You know how we're always told that to really change your life, you've got to make these huge, monumental shifts? Well, what if that's just not true? Today, we're going to dig into a totally different idea, one that says the biggest changes actually happen quietly through these small, consistent things you do every single day. Let's jump in.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We're all busy, right? Juggling a million things. The whole idea of a complete life overhaul just sounds exhausting. But what if the path to becoming who you want to be isn't some giant, scary leap? What if it's just a series of small, totally manageable steps?
And this is the secret sauce right here. This is the whole game. The goal isn't to be perfect overnight. It's just to be a tiny bit better, just 1% better than you were yesterday. Because that small improvement, day after day, it compounds into something absolutely revolutionary. It's about getting out of that all or nothing trap and into an always a little more mindset.
Okay, so let's do this like a coaching session. I'm going to give you a playbook with 3 core strategies, we'll call them plays, that you can literally start using tomorrow to kick off your own 1% revolution. They're simple, they're actionable, and they're designed for big impact with, minimal hassle.
All right, play number one. We're going straight for the most important part of your day, that first hour. Seriously, how you start your morning sets the tone for everything else. If you win the morning, you're putting yourself in the best possible position to win the day.
So here it is, your morning win routine. It is so simple, but don't let that fool you. Before your phone or your inbox has a chance to start bossing you around, you take control. First, drink some water. Hydrate. Then, make your bed. Bam! That's your first win. And the last piece actually happens the night before. Just take 5 minutes to map out your main priorities for the next day.
And here's why this isn't just fluff. There's real psychology here. Hydrating literally wakes up your brain and your metabolism. Making the bed, it creates immediate order in your environment and gives you this small, tangible sense of accomplishment. And that plan, it means you wake up with a purpose, ready to execute instead of just reacting to whatever comes your way. No more decision fatigue.
Okay, let's build on that with our next play. In a world of constant pings and notifications, your ability to actually focus is a superpower, for real. This play is all about protecting that attention and aiming it at what actually moves the needle. Now this might be one of the best productivity hacks you ever learn. It's called the 2-minute rule. Think of all those little things, firing off a quick email, putting your cup in the dishwasher, saying yes to a meeting invite. If it takes less than 2 minutes, stop thinking about it. Don't add it to a list. Just do it, right then and there.
I mean, this quote from the source material really says it all, doesn't it? The 2-minute rule isn't just about being efficient, it's a weapon. It's how you crush procrastination. Every tiny task you knock out builds momentum, clears out that mental clutter, and frees you up for the deep work that really matters. Now, for those bigger projects, you use this, the Pomodoro technique. Think of it like a series of sprints. You go all out with intense focus for 25 minutes, and then you take a 5-minute break. And you just repeat that. It trains your brain to lock in for short bursts, and those little breaks make sure you don't burn out. It's how you perform at a high level all day long.
Okay, final play. We've talked about your morning, we've talked about your focus. Now, let's talk about the internal game, your mindset. A resilient mindset isn't something you're just born with. Nope, it's something you build, one tiny little habit at a time.
Just take a look at this. Every single day, you're making choices, and those choices either drain your battery or they charge it up. We're not talking about huge changes here, we're talking about small swaps. Instead of scrolling, step outside for 10 minutes. Turn off your notifications. Unfollow that one account that always makes you feel bad. These are the little micro decisions that build true mental strength.
And this is how you finish the day strong. Before you go to sleep, instead of replaying all the things that went wrong, just take 30 seconds and identify one thing, just one, that went right. It's a simple habit that actually rewires your brain to look for the positive. It cuts down on stress and sets you up for a way better tomorrow.
So, there you have it. We've just walked through the entire playbook. Win the morning, master your focus, and build a resilient mindset. And remember, the point isn't to do all of this at once. It's about choosing just one place to start. See, this whole strategy really boils down to just a few key principles. You start small, so small you can't possibly say no. From that tiny action, you build momentum, day by day. The key is consistency, not perfection. And along the way, you celebrate those little wins, which over time add up to those monumental results we were talking about. That is how you create lasting change. So I'll leave you with this question.
The playbook is in your hands now. You've got the strategies, so forget about changing everything all at once. What is the one single 1% improvement you are going to commit to tomorrow? Because that, right there, is where your transformation begins.